Good morning. Good morning. Another Chelsea SW6 update on all that's going on in and around the club that we all love. How are we all this morning, guys? Are we all right out there? Good. So let's kick off with obviously the result last night. Fantastic performance by England. 3-0, and you have to say, taking the Chelsea hat off, England were better without our players in the side. Raheem Sterling and Mason Mount dropped or on the bench, part of the squad. But Marcus Rashford, fantastic performance by him. He could have had 4 goals actually. He got 2, but he could have had 4 or 5. You know, really, it was superb. The free kick was a beautiful free kick, and it was an opportunist strike for his second. But I just think that we just looked better, you know, just the way we were set up. I think tactically we were much more positive. Well, you have to say that Bellingham and Foden and Rice, I don't think it gets better than that in terms of a midfield. And I think if anyone had those 3, you know, I think they would win the league hands down. It's an incredible 3 that is, like, you know, for England. And they are blessed with an abundance of talent. There's no two ways about it. I think that Gareth Southgate's a very lucky boy in terms of management, because it's a good side. Really is a good side. The trick is to get them all to play in the right possible order and get them all to play to the max, you know. But we go on to the next one, and it's Senegal. I got that one wrong. I did say I thought that Ecuador would win that, but Senegal won that game, and we play against our goalkeeper, Mendy. So Sunday, 7 p.m, all eyes on the game, and I think we will get through that. I think it won't be easy. I think it'll be a much more difficult game than what the game was last night, because that was completely utterly one-sided event. To be fair, I thought we was comfortable throughout. In fact, I think we should have been 1 or 2 goals to the good in the first half. Certainly had all of the play, and you know, just unlucky at times. But the second half we were superb. You know, 2 quick goals, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And there you go, Wales out, England through, and as I say, it's all about Senegal on Sunday. Okay, so let's look at what's in the papers, or what's in the journals, what's in the news right now regarding Chelsea. And Vasco da Gama midfielder Andre Santos apparently is a player that's on the radar of Paris Saint-Germain, Newcastle, Barcelona. He's a midfielder, and apparently it's a player that's got massive potential. This kid is only 18 years of age, but he's drawing attention, and it's something that we possibly could do in January. We're certainly trying to steal, you know, get in there quick as we possibly can, like buying another player like what we're trying to buy for the future. But he's a midfielder, and as I say, you know, all those clubs are all money clubs that, well, with the exception of Broke Learner, I guess. But he's a player that apparently we're interested in. Let me know what you think about that one down below, guys. And then the next situation, which is obviously relating to Chelsea, is the fact that with this particular January window on the horizon, we do have to get cover for Reece James. We know that. So on the right side, so these are the players that apparently we're not just linked with, but we're seriously considering. Bayer Leverkusen's Jeremy Frimpong. As we know, we've got good ties with Bayer Leverkusen. I'll speak about that in a minute. Southampton's Kyle Walker-Peters, Lyon's Malo Gusto, Sporting Pedro Porro, and Denzel Dumfries at Inter. They're talking about Spurs also trying to steal a bit of ground on us because he's a player that Antonio Conte really likes. He's a wing back, stroke right back, plenty of pace, and 35 million kind of euros for him. But we do need cover on that right side, you know, let's be totally honest with you. We're lacking the pace in order to play the way that Graham Potter wants to play. So I've made a few notes here, guys. In terms of Frimpong, I think with him, it's all about raw potential more than anything else. He's 21 years of age, so he's not young, but you know, as I say, we have got a good relationship with Bayer Leverkusen because of the Kai Havertz, and of course Callum Hudson-Odoi is another player we need to talk about, guys. You know, what do we do there? Because, as I say, he's still only young. 22 years of age, you see, Callum. You know, as I say. Also, Charlie Gordon in the Express, and this is referenced CBS Sports, are talking about the fact that we're being offered right now Leonardo Trussard, the Brighton forward. I mean, again, another Brighton link. You know, I did do a video about, fuck me, I mean, are we turning into, you know, Brighton FC? Because you know, if you look at all the fucking links going off over the last sort of 3, 4, 5, 6 months, like, you know, it's almost ridiculous. So for that reason, you wouldn't fucking rule that one out. But is he someone that you'd like to see at the club? I mean, he's, you know, he's doing well. He's a Belgium international now. Well, he's in the squad for this particular World Cup for them. He's no spring chicken. I suppose he's in the prime, 28 years of age. 25, 30 million pounds are talking there. Is that the sort of player, you know, or do we have to set the bar higher? As I say, these are all questions we need to, you know, we need to consider. And apparently Liverpool and Manchester United are also looking at that particular one too. But then, of course, with regards to the clubs being up for grabs right now, both of those, you know, would it be something that they would entertain? Are they likely to spend any money if they're looking to sell? Interesting that when you think about that one really, because we were in a very similar situation, like, you know. But talk about Hakim Ziyech, Manchester United. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Ten Hag, Ajax connection, Dutch connection. I know he's Moroccan, but you see my point. He kind of suits. Apparently, United are sounding us out right now with regards to him. We know that they were linked with him, but then they ended up buying Anthony from Ajax. He's had a good World Cup, Hakim, so far, you have to say. You know, we know how good he is. He can be fantastic. You just got to play him in the right position. And, you know, it's like anything. It's all about playing people where they play in their best, you know, in their best way. Do you know what I mean? Not sort of just put them on the. They have to sort of. We have to play to their strengths, and that's what life's all about, basically. Also news here, guys, this is being picked up by Birmingham, I think it's Birmingham Live, and it's a reference to Tammy Abraham, Aston Villa. Are we going to exercise our rights to go, because we have got a clause in the contract with Roma that we can have first dibs on him, 67 million. Would you go back for him? He's kind of gone from hero to zero. As we know, Tammy was doing fantastic. Just look at his stats here. 21-22 season, 17 goals, and this season so far only 3 goals for Tammy. And Aston Villa are certainly pursuing that one. As we know, he went out on loan to Aston Villa, and he done really well, and he became a bit of a cult figure, Tammy, for Villa. 18-19 season, 26 goals in 42 appearances. You know, you have to say that you could certainly see something going on there, and apparently how it's being put across is we're giving Villa the green light because we're not looking to activate the 67 million £100 possibility of getting the player back. But apparently Unai Emery is a fan, and so yeah, I see that possibly happening. You know, if Tammy wants to return to England, I see no reason why not. And then lastly, Christian Pulisic. He's basically saying, and by the way, he got the goal for USA last night. Well done to them. Well done to him. And you know, there's a whole host of clubs that are interested in him. Manchester United is another one. Newcastle, we know about that, and Arsenal. Juventus is another. But basically, what he's saying is he doesn't want to leave on any loan deal. I think he's keen to leave, to be fair. I think that's the bottom line with him. But he's saying only a permanent transfer is what he's after. I mean, what do you think we'd get for him? 35, perhaps maybe 40 million, I don't know. He's got 18 months to run on his contract. The only thing with him, though, it's a bit like Hakim. It's a bit of a shame, you know, because they were bought with the right intent. And he has got absolute quality, we know all that. And he's got a great commercial value, as we know too, because of he is the golden boy of American football, isn't he? And he's only 24, you know, and he's got immense talent. I just would hate to see him kind of, I don't know, excel somewhere else. And to be fair, a bit like Thomas Tuchel, I suppose. I know it's a manager, not a player. You could kind of see it happening, you know. At some point, we're going to have to cross that bridge. I'm not going to be very happy about it, I have to say, guys. But he will be a manager somewhere else at some point. But yeah, you know, coming out with that, I think the writing's on the wall, guys. You know, unless we put the complete arm of love around him, or he plays regular football, because I think that's what he's after more than anything else. You know. And then I suppose finally, guys, bit of good news. Trevor Chalobah. Cobham graduate, and contract to 2028. He's signed an extension, so fantastic. And he's saying all the right things, you know, when he puts that blue shirt on, that iconic blue shirt on. He feels ever so proud, and you know, he loves the club, loves the fans, and he's just so excited, and you know, thanks God and everything else, and over the moon, that football expression comes out. But no, 2028 will be a possibility of an extension, or till 2029. So that's fantastic. What, you know, news for us. Great news for Chelsea. Trevor Chalobah is, you know, I'm really happy we've done that, because for me, I really rate the lad. You know, and he's had great education, hasn't he? With you know, Thiago Silva there, a bit like what JT got, you know, with Frank Leboeuf and Marcel Desailly, you know. But yeah, so what do you think about England, guys? Let me know down below. Do you think they were better without Sterling and Mason Mount? And listen, I love Mason Mount. I'm not a Mason Mount out. I know he's massively splits opinion within the Chelsea supporters. But I have to say, I thought they were better last night. And I do think that free is fantastic. If we had that free, you know, I mean, just Rice and Bellingham would do me, but if you could get Foden's an absolute player. He really is an incredible player, you know. He's right there, you know, right at the very top. England are very lucky. If they continue with that lineup, I think they've got a chance. They really have, you know. And I don't want to get too carried away, you know, but I do think that, you know, that is the formation, you know. Just go out and have have a go at them, do you know what I mean? But yeah, no, you know, fantastic. So what do you think about England, guys? Let us say no down below. What's your opinion on the right back situation? Who would you like to see come in? What do you think about this Dumfries? Do you think I mean, Tottenham apparently are looking to try and steal ground on us on that particular one. What do you think about Trussard? What do you think about another Brighton player? Would you be happy with that? Can you see it happening? I can, Joe. Or, you know, even though to be honest, it don't make sense to me. What do you think, guys? As I say, let us know down below. Christian Pulisic, Hakim Ziyech. Let us know, guys. And as I say, if there's any other news out there, I'll put another video up. But much love. up to Chelsea, and I'll speak to you soon.